first feature is direct report section added to employment info page, and this section is added in employment info responsive page, where you will see employee name, uh, direct report, business title, and relationship type with manager. So we'll see this in system. I'll again come to this. Yeah. So my team, employment info, we have direct reports here. If I click on any of the reportees, you see this section direct report has been added now. Yeah. And I can see what is the relationship is line manager, and what is their business title, their name, right? So this is showing me the direct reports of the person whom I selected. For example, Brian Joe, right? If I select any other person, for example, if I select Frank, I can see who all reports to Frank in case they report. If Frank is not manager of any person, there will be no list here. But if Frank is manager of these persons, one, two, three, five people. So as a manager, I can see who all reports to Frank. Right. This is the first feature, and this is quite useful. For example, if in an organization somebody wants to see direct report is of their reportees, and this page is also available in as an admin. Also, this page is visible if you see. Yeah, where is that? Yeah, just a second. Yeah, this page is visible as an admin also. So both admin and manager can see any employment information they want to see. They can see their direct reports also, right? This is and uh, this is standard feature, means you don't need to do anything. This comes readily to use. Yeah, ready to use feature it is. You don't need to enable anything in transaction design studio or to enable it. So that is it. Now the second feature is also related to employment for page, and they have added salary section. You can add now view salary of a worker in the newly added salary section. And but since salary is confidential data, and some organization may or may not want to show this data, and they have not made it ready to use. They had given some steps to enable it, and those steps are actually through sandbox in design studio we need to enable this section. And so took this screenshot before enabling how it looks. So before I perform any steps in employment information page to enable this will look like this. You see, in direct reports, scenery dates, we don't have salary. After I enable it, it will, you know, you see here salary section is visible. So what are the steps? So in design studio, we'll go. This environment sandbox is already enabled, and I have already done this, but I'll just show what are the steps, right? So we'll go to design studio. Yeah, and I had created this rule, and you can click on add button and create a new rule. So I'll just show you the rule which I had created already. So salary, and you can highlight for which role you want to show this. Right? For example, you want to show to the admin but not to the line manager. You can only select admin roles. Yeah, and for which legal employer, which country, which BU, which worker type. Currently, I have made it globally for everyone. Yeah, and page attribute is reference info regions. Yeah, it is. Yeah, page attribute you have to select is reference info region. So if I select reference info region here, you see salary here. Yeah, so I have made this visible. This blue one is means it has been changed. Yeah, so I have enabled it. Once you enable this, yeah, and now if I go to, because I have enabled it for manager, client group, any everyone, there is no restriction on role, so I can go from uh, my team. If I go here, if I select anything, any person here, you see salary is coming here, right? Now if I go out of sandbox, it should not be visible because I have not published this sandbox. Yeah, let's see what it will look like if we don't enable this. Yeah, let me log out and log in. I select any report is, you see salary is not visible here, right? because we enabled it in this sandbox and we had not published. Now if I publish this sandbox, it should be visible. Yeah, so we need sandbox and design studio personalization to enable it. I'll just enter the sandbox. So this was my sandbox. Yeah, I'll just enter. Now we are in this sandbox. It should be visible now. So I go to employment info page, select any of the report is. Okay, let me log out and log in. So sandbox has not taken effect. We are in the sandbox. We'll just see again if it is visible. You see, salary section is visible here, right? So I'll just repeat what it is. Yeah. So in employment info section, they have given salary section now, and we need some steps to enable it if the organization wants this. And the steps are from design studio in action this employee information section inside this page for page attribute reference info region. You need to enable salary, right? Like we have enabled here. Yeah. So after enabling, this is visible now. Any questions so far on the two features which we have discussed?
No, Rupesh, it's clear.
All right. So on same lines, they have also given compensation section. Yeah. So if you see, we have compensation section also here, right? And we have the same steps that we'll have to enable it through sandbox. It is not ready to use feature, and you'll have to go to employee info action only, and portion you have to select is region is reference info region, which is same as salary. If you see salary section also here, and you'll have to see additional compensation here. You have to make it visible if you want this to be shown. And again, like I said, you can restrict this basis legal employer role, business unit, worker type, right? For whom you want to show or not. For example, you want this to be visible to admin role, for HR specialist role, HR analyst role, payroll role, but not to my team. So you will not select line manager role in there, right? And then they have added payrolls. So most of the feature they have given in responsive pages. They have added more section, right? Like because we have seen the trend is they are moving from classic page to responsive page in all the section. Now in change assignment flow, uh, prior to this, payroll was not there, right? And now they have added payroll details also in change assignment. So change assignment, yeah, this page. If I want to, I can select, because I am from admin, I can select any other person also apart from my direct reports. Yeah. So we'll have to select payroll details here. For example, I'll select this also. If we go to next page, yeah, you see payroll details are coming here in change assignment. I'll just continue this. No change in this. We are not adding any managers also for now. You see this, if I add this, so if you want to know transfer from one payroll to another payroll, yeah, so which is the frequency you want to, for example, earlier it was monthly, now he's moving to different payroll which is weekly, right? Overtime period should be what, if time card is related linked to this payroll. Yeah. So this section is new payroll details, and this again is in change assignment responsive page, and you don't need anything to enable this. However, if you want to disable it, then you can hide it from design studio change assignment section, right? But to enable it, you don't need anything. Yeah, if you don't want, you can disable it. You can you can now enter payroll information in the newly added payroll details section. Yeah, we have seen this. It is in change assignment responsive flow. Like I said, you don't need anything to enable this feature. Yeah, this is the skin. However, you can hide the payroll detail section in responsive change assignment flow using design studio, right? So these are the important feature related to core HR, where most of means all the features are related to responsive page, where they have given salary details, compensation details, payroll details, and direct reports. All this section you can some are ready to use, some you need to enable it, and again which are in already enabled, you can hide them. using design studio sandbox personalization, right? Now we'll come to some important features related to performance document. Yeah. So very first feature is there is a function called process mass action for a performance document, right? So if you want to perform any mass action on performance document, for example, multiple performance document you want to cancel at a time, or you want to complete multiple performance document at a time, or you want to print them, or you want to return it to previous task. For example, currently it is with manager, you want this to be returned to worker for their self evaluation, right? This mass action feature is already there from past few years, but now they have added additional filters in this mean, for example, earlier when you wanted to uh, perform any mass action, there were very limited filters. For example, for which group of people you want to perform this action,